I'm doing pop culture, entertainment, things like that. I wanted to just highlight this little rumor going around by an Amber fan. And I gotta say this to be super honest. If this happened, I would not be surprised because Hollywood's turning out some of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen, some of the worst stuff I've ever seen, some of the worst decisions I've ever seen Hollywood make. So for that, I honestly think there's a tiny chance this would happen, more like a 5% chance it would happen to 95% no, but I wouldn't even be surprised. So, anyway, this person says this cannot be true, right? Then I'll be outraged. So, a tweets by this person, Ed, who says insiders have confirmed that Jason Momoa's Aquaman will die in the upcoming film. The franchise will now be led by Amber Heard's Mera, following Mera, the Queen of Atlantis comic book arc. Momoa will now play Lobo in the next DCU projects, which is absolutely true. And you know what? Maybe Aquaman will not actually have a fitting end. Maybe Aquaman will get killed or something like that in the next movie. So they're taking these little nuggets of truth and putting together some silly, silly rumor about it. Now, on a serious note, I've been talking to people back and forth about Aquaman, so I want to throw a little flag right now in the ground. Well, I mean Aquaman 2. Here's the thing. I do not think it's going to tank. I do not think it's going to bomb. I think it'll do okay. Hey, it might make half of what the first one made. The first one made 1 billion, and we've got examples on both sides where sequels flop, but we've also got examples of where sequels do great. And Avatar 2 apparently is doing really good. There's some rumors, some numbers are fudged, and things like that, because it's not the big talk of the town, but I'm gonna guess whether some numbers are fudged or not, it's doing pretty good. What I hear is it's the sixth largest grossing film ever, which is a sequel to a movie that came out, what, 15 years ago or something like that. And I do think deliberately they're putting some time in between Aquaman 2 and the originally planned release date because they want people to forget about you know who and what's going on. On a quick side note, Meghan and Harry are finished is still trending for like the fourth day in a row or something. Okay, so this person here, Ed, looks like the tweet got 5,000 views, not so bad, but only 6 comments. I read them all. I was going to make a video based on what they were saying, but I think 4 of the 6 were Johnny fans saying something like she shouldn't be in the movie or whatever, and like 2 of the 6 were saying she looks good as Mera or some really silly stuff like that. So let's see what the Johnny fans are actually saying on the retweet. Laugh out loud, true. They've canceled further Aquaman projects. True, Momoa is going to be Lobo. If there are any Mera films, they are entirely filmed on my squidgety sour and sour potatoes iPad while she's pissed out of her head. I'm minding the baby. So basically, this Barlow parody account is agreeing with me that there's nuggets of truth, but there's no actual evidence it would be Amber as Mera. Maybe it'll happen, but maybe they'll get someone else's Mera. And in that case, well, maybe some people would see it. And rumor has she will be the first abuser to walk on the moon after collecting her Oscar for a true story, playing a woman who tells the truth about lying about being abused while wondering why people hate her. And in case you're thinking this is SHIT, well, it is pure fantasy. Sure, you get a heart. And this person says, I don't think so. No one has seen her on set. I don't know. If they kill off Jason and leave the story to Amber, it won't really benefit Warner Bros. A lot of people won't want to watch it. I can't even watch the movie without cringing at her because all I see is abuser. And they highlight what the president of DC said, Walter Hamada. It's like what makes a movie star a movie star. You know it when you see it, and it wasn't there. I mean, you gotta wonder why they even bother to put this stuff out there. I guess they're thinking that some people are gonna think it's real. Some Amber fans are gonna be like, yes, this is happening. But all in all, it ends up being incredibly silly. There it is a little bit closer. Obviously, there's some comic of Mera, and even with Amber out of the conversation, I'm not sure how interesting Mera is as a character. I guess she's fine, But Aquaman himself honestly isn't super interesting, and he's the lead. The movie made 1 billion. I know as a film people really enjoyed it, but after that, it didn't seem like there was any big splash about Aquaman. All right, bad joke. We're ending it there. I'm on Twitter too. Maybe give me a follow. Trying to hit 3,000. Actually on 2922. So not so bad. Got like 20 this week. I guess I'll get there at some point. And if you're not subscribed here, consider it. I'm doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.